Welcome, everybody, back to another series here. Sorry, Vinnie, I might have surprised you there a little bit. We are back for the second series of VCS action tonight, as I think you're still muted, my friend. Oh my.
Yes!
There we go. It was not on my end for once. I was okay. But we do have GAM taking on DBL, the Kings of the VCS, versus the former Kings of the VCS, Buffalo, of course, were once the big dogs. Now they've got to enter the Lions.
Now they're just Dashing.
I mean, Dashing's a better name.
Yeah.
I like the Dashing Buffalo name. I think that's cool. Unfortunately, their play has not looked as cool, and it definitely hasn't looked as cool as GAM's. And it's going to be very difficult for them to get over the line tonight. But if they can do it, how are they going to do it? It's a hard question.
A lot of luck.
It's a hard question. I know.
Especially if we are getting Zeros.
Yeah, that's the big thing. I haven't seen him on screen yet, because I do recognize Zero.
Neither have I.
So to inform everyone,
I think Kiai's in for this game at the very least.
I think so. I don't see Zeros. I think that's Kiaya. So to inform people, Zeros, of course, left GAM at the end of last split. Best player in the VCS. Well, actually, I'd say Levi's actually a better player, but best player in the VCS that hasn't already tried to leave Vietnam. Definitely a prodigy talent, and the talk was that he was going to the LPL. And I mean, it wasn't just talk, it was essentially confirmed, but unfortunately, due to the situation in China, he couldn't get in. No one's getting into China at the moment. It's pretty much on lockdown. So he has returned to GAM, and he's not in this game. So is he back? We don't know. Can't select. But he is back in Vietnam, and all of the noises are that he will be playing at least some games to maintain his level of play for when he does eventually go to the LPL. But for now, Kiaya's still in, which is good, because I feel bad for Kiaya. He does not deserve to be on a bench.
No, he absolutely does not. It would also be remiss of us to not talk about the obvious matchup in the bot lane. Big Koro versus Pallet.
Yeah.
These guys have been together for a long time. And they're just, they've been together for a long time. They split up this year, getting that spot on GAM. And one has had a lot more success than the other.
Yeah,
that's not through lack of. That's not necessarily Big Koro's fault.
No, Big Koro has looked very good this split. He's really just continuing his high level. Definitely one of the really strong points for Dashing Buffalo. Also, Dashing Buffalo has brought in Pun, but kept Meliodas. We were getting very frustrated with them last week, where they were swapping out both the jungle and the top lane, but evidently they've cleaned it up in the scrims, and they're running the best two parts here, and they first pick Ornn. There's no obvious hyper powerful pick to answer with. Really good start here for DBL.
We are seeing there continue to be Tristana bans leveled at DBL.
Yeah, I think that's an overreaction.
I don't think it's necessary either.
Are we getting a fasting center?
We might be.
I've got to say, well, it's a center, so I think we definitely are.
It's a center.
I mean, you've got to pick.
I
think you have to pick the time cancel. You just pick it away from.
I mean, if they don't lock in, it's not like they can't run it alongside a Tarek or anything or something else.
I think Kench is definitely
the time Kench is this go-to, and it's locked in.
I do. So, I find it immensely pleasing that the support that goes along with the fasting center is the Tam Kench, who wants to eat all the time.
The spirit of gluttony.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like super appropriate, and it's very, very strong, but they answer it back with the Misfortune, who can potentially put the hurt on in the early lane, and the Thresh. I like this. This is a good draft from both teams. We're off to a good start.
This is a very good bot lane return. I honestly would have liked to see a Blitzcrank over Thresh. Now, it's not as versatile, obviously, but it has the ability to punish. And if they lock, they lock in the Pantheon here. And that's a very very aggressive pick or I presume Kiaya into the...
Tier 1 has played it multiple times. I would actually lean towards this being a Tier 1 pick.
I don't. I mean, he can obviously play,
but I think he'll go top. I think he'll go top.
I mean, yeah, potentially.
Yeah, that would be my prediction. But I mean, Kiai can definitely play the pick, so we don't know. As it looks like the jungle pinch will begin. Potentially a lot of junglers to be removed, as there's already 2 in the first round of picks, as Graphic gets a little bit confused here. Blazers is not picking, as Talia being banned out. I think they want to... they are obviously predicting that Pantheon is not... well, not going jungle is the point I was making, because it's going to be a solo lane, so they're banning out the AP junglers. Which is smart. Point I was getting at, I just stumbled over my words.
That also makes sense. You're right.
Lots of junglers banned.
There are a lot of junglers.
Have to ban Lee Sin, I think. If you're going to pinch the jungle pool, I think you have to ban Lee Sin here, because Levi will happily play
If you're looking to ban AP junglers, you probably want to ban the Gragas.
Yeah,
I mean... Nidalee.
Yeah, Nidalee's a bit of a Levi special. Levi and Sorn are the big Nidalees. But I feel like Levi will pretty happily play Lee Sin, but that will force them to pick some AP in the top. But no, looks like Sejuani, who is very strong at the moment.
Yeah, they're looking into the Sejuani pick. This means Buffalo probably going to lean into Lee Sin or the Gragas by themselves.
I'd like to see.
I mean, what we could have seen from GAM is the Karthus. That would have been good.
Yeah, I would have really liked that. Levi's Karthus is a thing of beauty.
But we're gonna see the Sejuani instead. And
Zoe, okay.
Zoe.
This is a bit of a crutch pick for Norl. I don't think the Zoe fits, but Norl is a good Zoe, and he goes back to this when I think they don't know what else.
It's also an AP pick for the jungle.
This is gotta be just a hover, right? No,
it's
locked. Alright, AP Shyvana getting not her first, not her second, not her third, her 5th game in the VCS.
Jesus Christ.
The 5th game for Shyvana, a champion every other region has forgotten exists, is coming out on the Rift 5 times.
I can't wait till MSI.
It has a 75% win rate.
I know.
It wins.
And that's the worst part. So we're seeing a very, very low range comp on the side of GAM. And it looks like Pallet's going to be the one playing the Senna.
They can still swap this. That would be... Okay.
That makes more sense.
Okay.
Especially with the summoner spells. That makes more sense. So we are going to see Blazers on the south. But we do get to see Big Goro versus Pallet directly in the...
Yeah, it's true. This is a very wacky one. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. I think overall we're seeing decent comps out of both sides. I would have liked to see a bit more ranged characters on the side of GAM.
Yeah.
Last picking the Mordekaiser, I think, was a bit of a mistake when you could have put Pantheon up there and given DO1 his Cassio, if that wasn't banned. I don't actually remember what the bans were.
I think no, I doubt it was open or they would have picked.
But yeah, just pick Dia a mage that he can maybe bully and gnaw around a bit.
Yeah,
instead of being bullied.
I mean, I don't know if he will get bullied. He plays this Pantheon so aggressively.
No, yeah, that's true, but you know what I mean, though. Just a bit more siege potential. At the moment, their only ranged champion is Senna, and it's not the best.
Yeah, they will definitely struggle to siege
at taking turrets. So GAM is really just looking to do the GAM thing of dive. with a side of dive.
Yeah. Essentially, that is a very, very GAM thing to do, though. Dive, dive, dive. Oh, what did that? That didn't work? Did we try diving? Oh, so that worked. Oh, we got a lead, and now we just need to keep going ahead. Just dive again. Got it, boys. No worries.
And it's also probably worth mentioning that FTV did take a game off GAM.
Okay,
with the AP Shyvana.
Yeah, AP Shyvana is so good that the worst team in the league can take, well, second worst now, I guess, can take games off the best because AP Shyvana is just so broken on the patch. Riot, I know that we have at least one Rioter that sometimes watches this and is aware of us. We're looking straight at you. Nerf this pick. 75% win rate on professional play. It's ridiculous. Get her out.
Yeah.
Please don't. Right? I love Shyvana. Please don't nerf her.
Shyvana, clearly the most problematic champion in this game.
Exactly.
Please nerf her.
You keep nerfing Aphelios. You keep nerfing Aphelios. He's fine. Shyvana's the problem.
Exactly.
But no, of course, we will have to see how this goes. This is a very tanky comp to run the Shyvana into. Obviously, the AP Shyvana very much wants to just go for those one-shots with the Dragon Form E's, but that's not going to be very easy into a Mordekaiser, a Sejuani, a Taum Kench, and a Pantheon who can just put up the wall.
So this is a mistake from Palette, I think. He's gone for the Relic Shield.
That is a mistake. He just gets less gold. That's a
you get a lot less gold, and when you picking up a Relic Shield late, so like after your first item or so, I think it's fine because at that stage you've moved out, you're into the thing. After about 3 or 4 cannon minion procs, you'll get your first wards.
Yeah.
That way you have double Sightstone for your team. But going it this early, you're just gimping your gold until you manage to upgrade it all the way.
What I think this is signaling is that they're not going to do the full fasting center. She is actually going to do some last hitting, which is not actually very good. Obviously, she gets more gold, but she gets significantly less souls. And the whole point of this build is that souls better than gold. I don't like this. Maybe they'll prove us wrong, but this seems very counterintuitive to what this bot lane duo is supposed to do.
So I'm stealing a bit. So Jack did a bit of maths.
Yeah, I think I'm referencing Twitter, the same thing.
And getting the last hits on the cannon, on the melee minions, which, that seems to be what they're doing. But you should only be doing that if Palette can't farm them, which that one there, he absolutely could.
Yeah,
so I think GAM, someone on GAM read or figured out roughly the same thing and then just did it wrong.
Maybe. I mean, it's not like it's disastrous, right? This bot lane will still do what it's meant to do. It's just, I don't think it'll do it quite as well. So it's an interesting decision. No. Ooh, well done there by Kiaya. Interrupts the build.
And Palette back and sold his Relic Shield. So that was probably just a mistake.
Pretty much. I think he just was on autopilot, bought the recommendeds.
Yeah.
That's bad.
At that stage, you're better off just committing, I think.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah, that's already quite a bit of wasted gold there, and perhaps a little bit of unfamiliarity playing this, because, I mean, I've bought the wrong item on start before. I've walked out of the base and gone, wait, why do I have a Doran's Blade on Gangplank? Oh, because it's bloody recommended.
Yeah.
And I've just autopiloted. So strange. Also, Vinnie, as Chad is pointing out, you are a little bit ahead. So you are coming to us from the future with the 500 IQ big brain. If I'm ahead of the game, then truly time is in the warp. Because I'm also broadcasting, so dear God, if that's happening, call someone.
Okay, yeah. I'll just pause at 5:30.
Oh yeah, you are quite far ahead then.
Okay.
525 as the dragon is being taken here. Meliodas gets that one early in 530.
Yep.
There we go. Should be back in sync there. Sorry about that, everyone. This is what you get for being a bootleg stream. If you don't want us to be bootleg, tell Riot that there's demand for an English stream.
Yeah, go bother Garena.
Exactly. I mean, apparently there's rumors that it might be Riot soon.
True. We will see. But
exciting. I mean, we've said if someone donates $20,000 to the stream, we'll all move to Vietnam and have a caster house. As Kiaya might die here and just underestimates the Ornn damage.
What was that?
That was horrible, Kiaya.
So, Kiaya, in being caught out, decides, you know what? I'm not getting out of here. I'm going to make sure of it. Puts himself in the death realm, and then flashes.
Oh, here we go. The GAM bot lane dive is in. High is already gone. Meliodas and Big Coro have nowhere to go, and that's a double kill already for Mr. Pantheon. Pun, I don't know if you wanted that teleport, big boy, as now he's in some trouble. Does get a double knock up. The Make It Rain doing a lot as well. There's a sleep onto Palette. Instantly cleanse, and the Paddle Star doesn't hit. Pun is dead. Dia1 uses that ult. Not Dia1 even. Levi uses the ult, and this is all going wrong for DBL. We saw up in the top lane the glimmer of hope, and then GAM came over and said, sorry, gonna snatch that light right out, as they get 4 kills in the bot side.
Yeah. Unless Noel has anything to say about that, which I think is...
Oh, he's flashing! He's going for it, and he gets it!
Okay.
Oh!
Not quite enough with the air. So, yeah, something went wrong for GAM, so they decided to dive their...
Yep, exactly. They looked at the playbook.
Pun did his best, but teleporting down was actually what... And his death I'm pretty sure gave Levi the level up, which secured the ult onto Big Coro, which gave him...
It was a cascading disaster. As Big Coro now gets flashed on, does manage to get to the lantern. Oh, he's so low! And he burns down! No, it was the Comet Spear that must have finished him off.
That was
he died to the corrupting pot.
Almost. No, he got hit by the...
Was there another spear? I didn't see the spear.
Yeah,
I thought
there
it
was a spear. Pot. He almost got out. I almost made it.
Blazers, pick the soul up. Blazers. That's actually really annoying. You can't just do that. Well, I mean, look, that bot lane dive, obviously, Kiaya dies in the top lane. Levi, team captain, says, oh, boys, what do we do? Turns to the coach, says, oh, hang on, never mind, I'll come back to this one. And, ooh, Death Realm, to make sure that the Ram can't be hit. Very tricky there. Ult for an ult. But as I was saying, he turns to the coach and says, give me the playbook. Just sneak it to me. The coach says, all right, here you go. Passes him the notebook. Levi opens it up. It's actually, there's nothing in there. It's just a sticky note that says dive. And they do it, and it works.
I was half expecting to be more along the lines of, look at the playbook. But sir, we can't dive top. Top died. Takes the book back, turns it upside down, and hands it back.
That would have been a lot better. That was a lot funnier. GAM games. I love GAM games. Yeah.
Deer is 4-0.
Yeah.
He's very happy with the situation.
Yeah, see, you banned Deer's Tristana, but he's got the champion Ocean, and all of them are sharks.
He's got just about every champion in...
Oh, and up in the top line, Kiaya goes down again. The Dawning Shadow does absolutely nothing, but top lane's dead, guys. What do we do? Dive! They're forcing DBL off the bot lane tower.
And Levi's basically 2v1ing there.
Yeah. He's 1-0-3.
It's not even 10.4 yet. Stop. The Cinderhulk buffs haven't happened. Stop it, Levi.
The man, the myth, the legend, the Levi.
Yeah. Gee.
And he's not even that far down in farm. This is a power farming Shyvana against a diving Sejuani, and he's 10 CS down, 15. Who cares?
Yeah.
This is absurd.
And this bot lane with the added diving has basically taken that tower. Oh no, DBL. You're so far behind now.
Meliodas is coming to the mid lane, but there's nothing to be found.
Yep. Meliodas really needs to make his presence felt. The best, as counterintuitive as it sounds, the best Shyvanas we've seen have been the ones that have ganked. Early and
they
often.
will potentially they'll get this second Drake. Levi's way too far away to contest. It's actually good. Early Drake stacking is doubly good here because it helps your Shyvana not die like paper. Ooh, Cloud. That's actually pretty spicy.
That is pretty spicy.
That's a speedy Smorg.
Unfortunately, we don't get the double scaling that Mountain provides.
That would be ridiculous.
But Levi taking a lot of damage, and they may actually
taking as well. I don't think they break.
Buffalo might. Oh no, they're not. Probably not going to be able to beat it now with the backing off. But despite the actual
and there is a bullet time to clear the waves here. I'd like to see them use the bullet time just to clear the wave.
Despite Kiaya's mishaps in the lane, he's still got a CS lead, and he's still been getting a lot of plates up there. So he's probably even if not ahead of Pun right now. Hook isn't gonna.
I don't think he's ahead.
I mean,
yeah, it's 2 kills.
He has 3 plates, which is.
I mean, you could just
1.5 kills.
Items are in though. It's just an Abyssal Mask to like at the moment the Ornn. I mean, gold wise, I don't know, but definitely effective stat wise. But it doesn't matter because they've checked the playbook again and they've read Evid. Oh no, I'm reading it backwards. It's dive. And so going down again, Tier 1 pops the wall to make sure he's okay. Cancels it a bit early and takes a random tower. But, and once again, Kiaya using the Death Realm to stop the Ornn Horn having an effect. Does have the Conqueror now. Pun needs to be very careful as he takes another hit. Oh, the flash and the flash. That looked a bit funny. They just shifted the fight up a bit.
Yeah. Righty. That was very close from both top laners. So Pun's not looked too bad at all. Pun
is impressive.
All right.
Pun is very impressive.
Team.
This is the solo queue top lane experience. Pun's gonna press tab in about 5 or so minutes and be like, yeah, come on, this is really, really good. I'm gonna start roaming. Oh dear God.
Pantheon's gonna walk into his lane. He's like, okay, Pantheon's here. Why is Pantheon 5-0?
Yeah. This is like he's gonna open tab and say, good Lord, what is happening in here? Aurora Borealis? Aurora Borealis, at this time of year, in this part of the rift, localized entirely within the bot lane. Yes.
Can I see it? No.
Can I kill them? No.
Oh, no. So...
I'm so fucking proud of that.
That's okay every day.
This game is ridiculous. Steamed gums. I haven't slept in like a day. I'm dying. Oh man, I love GAM. I love GAM so much. I love this.
DBL try something at the mid lane.
Ooh, Blaze is taking so much damage here, but they're going to re-engage. But Senna will not go down, and she does, of course, have a lot of sustain.
Yeah. So, despite all the kills and the diving and all that, DBL has actually managed to pick up both of the Drakes so far.
Yeah, that is a huge deal.
And that's really important, because if they can get a Cloud Soul, that really helps bring them back. They have the Ornn for scaling. More dragons means a happier Shyvana. Sorry,
Right?
Yeah, and of course it's a Pantheon that's gotten all the kills, which means Pantheon's eventually gonna stop being nearly as effective. And so if they can land the poke onto Blazers in the late game, they can really shut down everything GAM has going for them.
Yeah, it's true.
And then it's a matter of, can Big Core survive DO1's explodingness, being a Pantheon. That's
I mean, that's very, very hard. This game's got to go very, very late to get to a situation where Big Coro is not just going to instantly die. Once again, Null's Zoe really not doing much to justify the pick. It hasn't been terrible. Again, this problem has not come from the solo lanes. It has come pretty much entirely from these bot lane dives. But to be fair, you are against GAM. They do this every game.
Yeah, at this point, you might as well just...
Coming out, doing a lot of damage to the Tahm Kench. Can they find anything more? They do have the Dragon Form running, but here comes Dia1! The Death Realm has been used on the Dragon. Dia needs to find a way in. That'll do it, I think. Oh, no, never mind. He still hasn't committed. He's waiting. They want to make sure Meliodas goes down. They're chasing off. DBL's winning this fight because Dia just didn't want to come in. I mean, the jungler's dead, so I think they can take Dragon. This is very strange.
They committed like 3 people into killing Meliodas.
Yeah. And then they don't get the Drake.
It was very weird. And DBL's going to grab that mid lane tower, which means their setup in future Dragon plays is going to be even easier. And
I feel like Dia1 could have just won them that.
Absolutely could have, but they tunnel visioned onto the Dragon, and
well, they're gonna get the Drake now.
Well, by Dragon, I mean the Shyvana.
They should get this Cloud Drake at least, so that's good.
Yeah, they'll slow down the clock on the Soul, which is what you want. But yeah, there was a very interesting decision by Kiaya to just go in and take away the
Pun. Trying to make something happen as he's 2v1, needs to try and find anything at all, but that's the dive forward. He goes for the Bellows Breath to stop the stun, but it doesn't actually matter, as that's another kill in the belly of Dia1, and he is hungry.
Yeah, and yes, Dia1 will fall off, but Pun only has an Abyssal Mask right now, and 6 and Pantheon. You're gonna have issues with that, and building into the Iceborne, which questionable.
Yeah,
I mean, you're definitely not hurting for damage.
Yeah, Big Coro is in the wrong side of town, as here comes the boys, all spooky and cool, and Dia1 gets another one, 7-0-1. Why do you have to get an assist? He can almost be a reverse James Bond.
Because toxic mid laner needs all the kills.
No, but if he needed all the kills, then he wouldn't have an assist.
You're right, but that's it. When you're when you have a bot lane play like that, it's a little bit hard to get them.
It's okay. I forgive him. The real problem is that Blazers has died, so he's not 007.
Yeah, no, he's the lesser brother.
017. It doesn't roll off the tongue very well.
Yeah, that's why he doesn't get to go out on all the fun missions. He's stuck in the paperwork.
But Dia1 pushing up here in this top lane. This is unchallengeable. They have to send Null, because at least he can go and clear the way from very far away, so the Pantheon doesn't one-shot him. This is a 2-item Pantheon at 19 minutes.
Yeah, that's
terrifying.
Quite terrifying. And as much as I don't want to advocate this, I almost feel like Big Car should delay his Infinity Edge just to get a Phantom Dancer or something that helps survive Dia1.
I don't think the Phantom Dancer will do it. As Pun is in a lot of... Oh, no, never mind. It's not a lot of trouble. He's got Meliodas here. I, for some reason, thought Meliodas played Gum.
If you get a Phantom Dancer and H3 gets a Locket, which he's not going for.
That's a lot of shields. I could pick that up. Yeah.
But that's not happening.
I thought that was nearly going to land, and Pun is hating life right now as he's trying to find his way out here. Kiaya's just kind of like, oh, I should maybe come over and help, but no, you guys don't need it. As Levi gets a nice little kill here, D1 and Kiaya will be able to work on this tower. Big Koro's caught out by that W into the Dawning Shadow, and he is Gonski.
Yeah, and now Blazers has upgraded from being a nobody to being a Spartan. Because it's looking a little bit like Master Chief there.
Yeah, John 117 is here. How exciting.
Yes, I can get my Halo references in.
I love Halo.
Finally.
I need to buy the Master Chief collection. Oh, yeah. Tier 1 looking for a kill. High in a lot of trouble. Should burn down, and he does. And they can't trade onto him. Meliodas goes into Dragon form. Does a lot of damage, but all of it is just healed back up by Blazers. And Garm is looking absolutely unstoppable. What do you do? What do you do for DBL?
Wait for Garm to make a Garm.
That's true. They could definitely do a Garm like that, like taking a lot of damage there, but the Orn Spit does very well, and Dia1 is here, and he's charging forward, already has one, should be able to chop down Pun fairly quickly. Ooh, he does get Blazers though, that's very nice, but that's another kill for Dia1. He's got the double. In the Death Realm is Kiaya with Meliodas, trying to find the kill onto the Dragon. Can they find it? Ooh, yeah, he does. Rift Herald was actually summoned up for DBL to clear the wave. Not how we often see Shelly being used, but shockingly effective.
Yeah, it slowed it down. And at this rate, it looks like DL1 is going to be able to man drop impunity because they're going to pick up another Drake. It looks another Cloud Drake, and if they can get 4 Cloud Drakes.
Oh my god, can we please have just man drops everywhere, landing at light speed?
DL1 doesn't need to recall, he can just man drop back to base.
He doesn't walk. He just sells his boots because he doesn't need to walk anymore. Just
basically.
Jumps. Oh, I love Pantheon. I love watching Fed Pantheons. It's so much fun, as long as you're not a fan of the team it's against. So DBL fans, sorry. But yeah, it's not looking good. It's definitely not looking great. GAM, showing why they are the kings of the VCS. Definitely looking very royal.
Extremely dominant game. And Palette's feeling good about himself. He knows he made the right choice.
I mean, yeah. Oh, speaking of which, we were looking for it so much. Bond's been here all along. It's just Palette. Palette. He's 007.
I mean, Secret Agent. He was hiding. Exactly. He was undercover the whole time.
Exactly. Kiaya is getting pinched in here. Has the Death Realm though, so he could just 1v1 someone. He chose Pun. Probably not who I would have chosen. Pretty strong, but he might actually lose out as the scaling's pretty good. No, he wins it, but in the base, it is High dying under the Nexus Towers as the inhibs do get sieged, and you've killed Kiaya, but at what cost? What cost?
I mean, you've killed Kiaya quite a lot this game.
Yeah, Kiaya's had a bit of a clanger. The win rate of AP Shyvana will unfortunately be falling.
Yeah, the
as
AP Shyvana is the
oh no, D1's gonna die! He goes down, loses his deathless game. Absolute feeder. Report D1. GAM's lost. GG.
And I wanted to point this out, but Palette has currently, last time we saw the scoreboard, had more CS than Big Koro. So
yep, I know.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
This is just an all-around disaster for DBL. They're behind 10,000 gold at 25 minutes, 11 kills. I don't even want to count the bloody turrets. Oh, it's 6 because you just actually look at the numbers. Yeah, big brain. They're trying to find something here onto Levi, but hi, my boy. My boy, that's not how you play. Yeah, they get chased off.
There's 2 inhibs open.
It's just walking at big. There's nothing that can be done here.
How you doing, friend?
Tom Kench is coming. Down he goes. Paulette getting the free kill. Dia1 wants to dive in the middle of 3 of them. He can do it with impunity. Puts up the wall, wants to try and get the smack, but doesn't. Has to run away now. Ornhorn blown. Can he get the snipe? No, he misses the headbutt. As Kiaya now limping away, a little bit singed from the flames.
I'm a little bit upset they didn't just let Pallets 1v1 Big Car.
I'm a little bit disappointed.
And they're gonna go onto this Baron. There's nothing DBL can do. They're too busy fighting minions in their own base.
Can we point out the fights have been going on for so long that the scoreboard's been gone so long I can't remember what people were building. Like, I really want to know how much gold Paulette has, but we haven't had a scoreboard in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I want to see the gold difference between Pallet and Big Car, but
hello, scoreboard. Please come home from the war. Yay!
Yay!
That's a 2 item. That's a 2 item Tom Kench. He's got 2 full tank items.
It's a very tanky Kench. The days of Tom Kench top never left us. They just shifted bot lane.
I'm happy with that. The bot laners can deal with it.
Oh no! Every day.
Oh,
Chat, everybody.
Oh god, Levi has a 20 stack Medjais.
That's exactly what I was.
Levi has a 20 stack Medjais on Shyvana. Oh, not Shyvana. She's on Sejuani.
And Meliodas is building a.
I mean, to be fair, like Morelos is good this game. It's not gonna matter. You're not gonna finish it. But it is good this game.
At this point, you just need the raw damage.
True, but there's the knockup. Paulette doing a good job of gobbling Blazers up. And I want to see... Ooh, Blazers takes a lot of damage. But
Dia's bot side.
Yeah, Dia's bot side just, this is his base. I need to see the Shyvana damage with a 20 stack Medjais. On Sej... I keep saying Shyvana because it should be Shyvana. It's Sejuani!
Oh no! Sejuani! Some Medjais!
I don't understand. It's Sejuani with a 20 stack Medjais. Gum, what is this? Are you cheating? Are you cheating, Gum? Just tell me you are, then it makes sense. As here comes the last ditch fight, they will be able to do a lot of damage there onto Levi as he throws the ult as a fadeaway. The Dawning Shadow comes through, does a lot of damage, and that's the early kill onto Meliodas. Dia1 is just like, I don't want to fight anymore, I've had enough, I want to kill towers.
They can't even kill Levi. No. They can't even kill the...
There's the Ornhorn, they knock up the Tom Kench. Dia1 still just going for the Nexus Tower, so they can't really commit. Blazers will die though, Null. Getting a kill, could potentially go down. Will he be another page in the full stack push? Ooh, careful, careful. As Paulette is trying to get the kill, and he does. Pun now. Levi, be careful, you don't want to lose your pages. And he man drops away from the Nexus to come get another kill as they flash onto Pun. This is BM. Stop! He's already dead! Finally, this game will end! What is happening? I've lost the plot. This was the worst cast I've ever done because I don't know what's happening.
All I know is Shyvana ended the game with a fully stacked man.
Sejuani! You did it as well!
Damn it! Why is Sejuani having a Medjai? I don't like this. I don't like this.
I love it!
Why does Sejuani have a Medjai?
This is what happens when we have the Aussie takeover. The VCS knows that memes are afoot.
So, if you're DBL, you
Go
only
on.
have to play 15 minutes of the next game, then you dinner.
I mean, do you ban his Tristana and his Pantheon?
I don't think you banned the Tristana.
He's gonna do that to you from range.
No, he's not, because he can't. Man drop everywhere.
But we have to pick an MVP. I mean, is it Dia for actually being MVP, or is it Levi for building a Magi's on Sejuani? I think
I
for
want
the
to give it to Levi.
I think for the purpose of the integrity of our MVP scores, because Yulwei will be upset, we have to give it to Dia. I want to give it to Levi as well, but we have to give it to Dia.
Gonna give an honorary Australian MVP.
Yeah, we can do that. He can have the Australian, the down under MVP to Levi. We're having a fully stacked Magi's on Sejuani.
Dia gets MVP. Levi gets a 6-pack.
Yeah, exactly. I will buy Levi. If you're ever in Australia, I'll buy you a beer just for this game. Not because I respect you like as a player or anything, but just for this game.
For that.
But we'll be back in about 8 minutes. Hopefully, we've calmed down because we've lost the bloody plot here. We're gone. Hopefully, we can find where the hell we are. I mean, we're Australians. Where the bloody hell are we? We'll be back in 8 minutes. I don't even know what to say, but we'll see you then. has banned the Olaf. Because they could have gone the unkillable Olaf, but they pick up the Lucian. I think that's Tier 1. And to answer the question they see in chat, Soraka doesn't exist in the VCS.
We've seen one game of it,
and it was bad. It was
Kiaya.
Kiaya played it once,
and they lost.
Kiaya has played it once, and he clearly had maybe scrimmed it once, which is we don't see the Yumi prio, we don't see that kind of thing. Husband will get his Vlad. Now this is reaching back into the Raizo days, way back into the ether. He's good on this champ.
The Raizo days of last year.
Yeah, of last week. That's a long time, and I'm changing his name. But back when we thought Raizo was good, it was partially on this Vladimir. Raizo's bad. Husband's pretty good.
Yeah, and then we all learned the beauty of how to push sideways. And...
Yeah, if you ever want to laugh, like if you just want like a good 45-second chuckle, go into the Discord. Should join our Discord, by the way. It's below the stream, and just type ! Raizo. Just watch the whole clip. Worth it. As the band's coming in, Ezreal Sejuani removed. We will not have Levi run back the AP Shyvana. Zoe as well. Null gonna have to show something else.
Yeah, the AP Sejuani.
I mean, he had a 20-stack Medjay's and an Abyssal Mother.
Shyvana.
Did I say Shyvana again?
I heard that. I heard Shyvana.
I think you're right. I did say Shyvana. I mean, you said this on Twitter. Again, follow Vinnie on Twitter. He's really funny. The brain corrects itself. The brain tries to find normalcy.
Yeah. So.
Ooh, there's a Jarvan. That's a good pick for Meliodas. This is actually a really good draft for DBL. Like we're still recovering from last game, but this is actually a very good draft phase.
Now we're gonna see. Ooh, we're gonna see Caitlyn.
Ooh, Caitlyn Morgana.
We are gonna see it. Yeah, it's like.
Stream, don't you crash on me. I'm looking at you. Don't you crash.
We are gonna get Caitlyn.
I'm down. I'm into this. Caitlyn Morgana.
Caitlyn Karma, and then
I've locked it in.
They have to fix it.
I'm going.
They need to fix the win.
See you guys. Bye.
Right.
You're solo casting, Vinnie. Bye.
Okay, solo cast.
Oh my god. This is another AP Shyvana. Levi
Shyvana. 6th game.
This is Levi saying, you screwed up my girl's win rate. I'm back. And Rumble will be the last pick. Now this, if you hold up your hand and block out Gum, just hold your hand up to your screen and like position so you can't see Gum. I'm looking at a pretty good draft here for DBL. Looking real good. Then you move your hand. Ooh. Then you move your hand and go, ooh, that's weird.
Guys, why hasn't Levi picked a champion? Guys. No, so we're gonna see the AP Shyvana again. At least this time we can't see. At least this time, if there's a 20-stack Magi's, we'll be saying it correctly.
Yeah, exactly. It's true. Our brains will autocorrect now to the correct thing. It's like your phone when it actually starts learning.
Yeah. And
see, I think, because it's interesting, one of the things that happened with GAM in the last 2 weeks is they've changed their drafting coach. It was Yuna for ages. And I mean, they've had some very, very good drafts. And now it's Tinnican, who is the org's owner, general manager. I'm pretty sure he owns it and general managers. And they brought him onto the stage for the FTV match. I genuinely thought it was to whip the players into being like, don't you meme too hard.
Turns out.
But now he's still on stage. And apparently the belt did not... I don't know what's holding his pants up because he didn't bring his belt.
I figured bringing in Tinnican against FTV would prevent, and then having them drop a game to FTV would mean no more fun out of GAM for the rest of the season.
I just find it funny because this is the team that got very upset at memes last split. But they meme just as hard. Damn hypocrites. Oh no, Mr. Stream.
Yeah,
don't you crash.
Well, I'm just alright.
I'm going to throw to a pause screen just to make sure I can fix things up. Just We're not going anywhere, don't worry. It's just a graphic so that you don't see my YouTube recommendeds. We are back. Hopefully that gets us close to live. The stream does seem to be having a few issues. We know anything, we'll know. But
my stream's been chugging along pretty well.
It's just had a few moments where it's frozen, so I just want to make sure we're close to live.
Oh, we're dropping some pixels here.
But... Yeah. Apparently, so to fill people in, according to according to a rioter, is probably the better way to say it. Oh wow, that is a lot of pixels being dropped. The problem is actually not on their end either. It's actually YouTube in Vietnam. Something has gone wrong. That's according to the rioter that we sort of know and can talk to.
Yes. So we're having a delay.
Yep, it does seem that way.
Probably the fabled audio issues.
Always audio issues. There could be a computer, like they could pan out and there's a computer on fire and they still just flash up audio issues.
Yeah, I mean, you get it. Audio issues in the case. I can't hear the game over the fire.
I mean, my opinion's always been it doesn't actually matter what they put on screen because it's a delay's a delay, right? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Except that one time in the LCK when it was toilet issues. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, like trying to bring us back closer to Earth. I know I'm not going to get us back to the actual Earth, but maybe I can get us to Mars. Pull us in from the edge of the solar system. How does DBL has, I think, the better team comp here. If you just look at it from a tier list point of view. But Tier 1's on Lucian, and that's so scary.
I think it's pretty even, besides the AP Shyvana, from a global standpoint, because apparently AP Shyvana is a pick in Vietnam. But because you have your bot lane is really strong, even though it's not a common pick. Caitlyn is really strong.
She bullies lane.
Really strong. Lucian is really strong. It's a really strong early game comp. With the bit of late game insurance with late game Caitlyn, late game on to back it up. So GAM will be looking to roll over. We'll just be looking to roll over, and so it's probably harder to execute because you're up against the fasting center, which gives you a lot of control at all stages of the game. You're up against Vladimir late game, which is terrifying.
Oh, whoa, where are we going? We're in the Netherrealm here, boys.
Oh, we're in the game.
Oh, God. We're in the Netherrealm. Where are we?
We're in...
the stream's been hacked. Oh, God. Go to the graphic. Go to the graphic.
Here's in the top lane, because
you're
casting.
And you're ahead of us. Now we're freezing. Dia is in the top lane. They've done this before. Kiaya played a split as a mid laner. So, it makes some sense. The stream is chugging along. Everyone, raise your hands. Raise your hands up to the sky and give your energy so that Riot Villain can charge a spirit bomb to fix the stream. This isn't great.
And, find the energy to bully Gurren into giving us a clean feed so we don't have to go through.
Ooh, that'd be great.
If it is on their side.
Yeah, that'd be like if we can get a clean feed. Oh, can you imagine that? Game sounds. Sounds.
So in the slideshow cast, we're gonna see a leash for Levi, which I don't think he really needs, but hey, why not?
Yeah, and if we just if we just flick to the next slide, we do see DBL starting up in the top side is Meliodas.
I do want to point out that that Blazers has gone for the fleet footwork instead of the potential that exists to go for the Grasp of the Undying build on Caitlyn.
I'm not convinced by that build for professional play. It's very good for stomping solo queue.
I think it's really good, especially in especially maybe not against the comp DBL has, but okay,
it seems to have fixed it. Oh no, never mind.
No,
this is struggling. Again, we do apologize, everyone. We can only do as good as the Vietnamese stream puts out. This is actually on their end, not on ours.
Yes.
Normally I'd have some MS Paint ready for making jokes, but don't have anything prepared.
Yeah. So this is fun at the moment. Trying to figure out what's actually happening in single frame segments. Okay. We can see Meliodas has gone for a full top side clear into the bot side scuttle crab, so he's hunting down there for a bit more control over the bot side.
Meliodas moving down. Could try and get a kill on this early. As Blazers uses the flash, the teleport coming in, and we get to really think about each move as Blazers does get away. Meliodas gets spat out. Husband and Dia1 are here. This Lucian's going to be doing a lot of damage. The healing is clutch though, but there's first blood here for Lucian. Dia1 getting off to a good start again, but he goes down. Oh my god, does he go down? Find out next week on VCS Ball Z. As he does. We're back.
He does go down. Husband almost looked like he would go down too, but manages to pull away. So 1 for 1. Dia1 getting his first blood onto the Javan. And
this isn't
know, that's not bad going 1 for 1 in a
yeah, that was fine.
Yeah, you had the disadvantage. You came out even. If not ahead, because you got the extra extra gold from first.
Yeah. And also, I'd say Lucian getting first blood, Lucian getting a kill, first blood or no, is more impactful than the Senna getting it. So, overall, very good passage of play there for GAM. They're very happy with that one.
And that means Levi is able to find a couple more camps and get ahead of Meliodas, who being the victim of the first blood is now a little bit behind. And with only an assist to really help cover that. Oh man,
it's not easy. This is tricky. Trying to get through it, but this is the replay here. They did a lot of damage onto Blazers, but just didn't. Big Coro was just zoned out. Can't do anything for almost this entire fight. D1 goes aggressive, does manage to pick up the kill, but obviously will go down. So Big Coro is pretty happy with that one. Go back to live as Levi is taking a dragon. Dragon's taking a dragon. Bit of fratricide.
Shyvana being real, and Shyvana's early dragon take is actually really strong.
Also, just going to do continue your point. I'm just going to throw us to a pause screen for just 1 moment because apparently refreshing the stream fixes it. That's what production is telling us in area. Because we absolutely have production.
Well, Dia1 is completely bullying this top lane.
Yep, that he is.
Forcing the flash out of Hasmed.
Ooh, the puddle. Yep, there's the flash.
Refresh my stream as well.
We will have to do a resync again. We do apologize, guys, that we are a bootleg cast. We do our absolute best, but sometimes the VN production fails, which kind of has a cascading effect of kind of making it a lot harder for us. But we are doing our best. I mean, again, we've said it before. If someone donates $20,000, me and Yulwei will move to Vietnam, and it'll probably be better. Maybe. I don't know. We'll have a caster house, though, for 20 grand. Easy, right? Not that much.
Easy.
20 grand.
In Vietnam, probably.
No, but I mean, like, 20 grand, like, at the moment. If you just donate, like, that's not that much to ask from your viewers. Like, $20,000, like, really, you kind of owe it to us. I'm joking. Just to be completely clear, that was a joke. Because I'm not going to ever say that. I felt dirty. Oh my word. Because we do appear to have a cleared up stream now, so let's bring it back down to somewhere resembling an actual cast.
Okay.
We do. It's a shockingly normal game this time.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I think I'm a little bit behind you, judging by where my stream is.
There they go. Meliodas taking so much damage there. Nearly died to the E. I can pause at 720 if you like. Actually, I won't because there's a fight going on. As here is the dive onto Null in the mid lane. He goes down. Kiaya has to flash and goes down to the tower. 1-for-1 overall. Null will take that every day of the week. And I will pause at 7:30.
All right. And
tell me when you. Okay, there we go. We are synced back up.
Yep.
Apologies to everyone.
That was a very eager play from Kiaya, and I don't think he had really enough health at the beginning of that play to be the one to tank that. And it showed as he goes down, a quick touch of the equalizer and some turret hits. So really, I don't think that was really worth. You get an extra plate out of it onto Levi, and hey, I mean, a fed AP Shyvana is not a bad thing.
No, not at all. I think this AP Shyvana can definitely have the potential to take over the game. Levi hasn't done much early on, obviously. Did manage to force Meliodas off his buff, has claimed a dragon. Definitely not a bad early game by any means, but it takes a little while for the Shyvana to really come into her prime.
Yeah, Levi is currently sitting on a single dark Heart, so not the biggest impact so far, but you know, you'll get there.
Yeah.
He's already had more impact than Meliodas did on the picks, so there are baby steps for the Shyvana fans.
I mean, look, she's had some high highs in the VCS.
She has.
She's had some
a lot of them on Levi.
Yeah, shockingly enough. Weird that the best jungler in the VCS is good at some jungling.
The actual best performance was actually against Levi.
True.
Because the game Kuroko played on it was very well done.
It was hot. Down there in the bot lane, we do still see souls getting sucked up. I'd love if we could get a soul count. I like keeping track of that. The observers could just click on Mrs. Senna, if that's possible. I wonder what their last name is. Like Lucian and Senna's last name. It's probably. I don't think it's known.
I don't think it's really there. Yeah.
What? Oh. Look it up while we're casting because there's no fights on at the moment.
All right. Yeah, you do that. Well, we can see that. So Shyvana has taken most of the control of the top side and seems to be bouncing between top lane and mid lane, just keeping the solo lanes of GAM pushed up, safe while they're pushed up and pressuring these tower plates. Meanwhile, the bot lane for GAM is kind of just being left to its own devices, and it's mostly just Blazers left to 1v2 as Pallet roams around and does roaming karma things.
Yeah.
Which I think is probably the wrong play, because if you have Pallet, if you have a karma, you should be probably smashing the Caitlyn karma. You should be trying to smash this lane.
Yeah, I agree.
As much CS as you can.
I mean, I think the thing is though is that I'm not sure this was the time to bring the Caitlyn out, because can you ever really smash the Senna Tahm Kench lane? It's so safe. It has so much healing as Hai teleports into the wrong side of the tracks. Meliodas, come on, son. Just ints his way in. The dragon's here as well. Levi'll have that one for breakfast, lunch, and tea. And that's an Infernal Drake for them. That was horrific, DBL.
I do think this is actually the place to do it, because what you do is you might not be able to keep as much gold off Senna, but you can essentially shut out the Tahm Kench. Because if Tahm Kench doesn't have access to the Relic Shield in this matchup, he's sitting there being completely starved out, as he's a melee trying to last hit against one of the most ruthless duos for auto attacking. And this is also why I'm kind of annoyed Pallet
Cut out there for a moment. So what were you annoyed about for Pallet?
Pallet's gone for Relic Shield.
Yeah.
Which,
so you would have liked to see him go Spell Thieves, I assume?
I definitely think the extra damage would
actually pretty relevant.
Is relevant in trying to keep out, in trying to force Senna to use as much mana on healing instead of poking as you can. And without that, you're just sort of left able to be attacked and then have her farm the souls off.
Ooh, here comes Levi, and oh my god, big Koro! He is big deado! As now they're going to go forward onto high. Blazer's tanking at the moment, but he's super healthy. There's the stopwatch. There should be an ace in the hole, but Paulette says, no, my cue. As he'll take that one. No worries whatsoever.
And Paulette's the real carry, 202, compared to the 004 Caitlyn. That's not how it works, Pallet, especially if you're going with... Come on.
She didn't stay... Oh, okay, good. She stayed for that tower. Very upset if she hadn't got that play, because that would have been so silly. But no, it did happen. Up in the top lane, Hazmed has managed to stabilize this lane. He's 10 CS down, which is fine against Lucian. You're 10 CS down, you're fine with that.
Yeah, that's
but they're
definitely
about to lose.
not...
They're about to lose first tower, potentially. Kai should be able to knock this one down. Yep, there it goes. So he's pretty chuffed with that. It was where the Rift Herald hit, so it's not unassisted or anything, but it's a fair bit of gold, a fair bit of map rotation, and GAM keeping true, and this sounds ridiculous, but this is their statistic average for their gold lead at 15. 5,000 gold. It's up in the top lane. We have a very pixelated fight, and Husband and Dia 1 will both go down.
Yeah, Dia being able to turn that around is really big, as a free kill and then extra plates onto...
sorry to cut you off, as Kiaya is calling in the ram. Can Hai find his way out of this one? He'd have to be getting a whole lot of shields, and he was getting them, but there wasn't enough. The red carpet laid down, doing hell of a lot of damage as that bind goes off, but I think you've bit off more than you can chew. They have to flash away, and the final auto attack does come in, and Big Koro falls.
Blazer still has ult.
Yeah.
He definitely... he's not going to go for it, but...
Didn't quite have the kill there. And the tower will fall here, the bot lane tower. Cleaned up, more gold for GAM. As I was saying, they have an average of about a 4,000 gold lead at 15 minutes. So they're just a little bit ahead of their average this game. As this is incredibly one-sided here. Can DBL... Is there a path in the game? Even one that the Jedi wouldn't tell you about.
Yes, and actually, ironically, it involves stealing the life force of others. Because Vladimir can always get to late game.
It's true.
And, yeah, I mean, come on.
Where's Big Koro?
That's the theory.
It seems that in your arrogance, you killed him. Says Paulette. We've lost it.
But
career's over.
You just need to hold on as best you can. Delay the dragons. Find as many dragons as you can. Find what little gold you can scavenge and put it onto the Vladimir. Don't get caught out and die like this, Husmed.
Yeah. Ooh, cheeky little proto belt there. Has the Hemo playing out as well. There will be a bit of healing, but it's not going to be enough, as Levi will pick that one up. That's another page in his book. The man's an author.
Oh my god, he's got a book.
I mean, he like going book on Shyvana makes total sense, because you are a Feast or Famine champ. But he does have another book, Dia 1, trapped in the Cataclysm, with the Rumble ult ticking, the Equalizer living up to its name, but the culling even more so, as it chunks people out. The tower goes down. Shelly might even get another charge off here if they don't dink it with something. Nope, the minions will clean her up.
Someone's been watching Katowice.
What? Oh, did I?
Oh, dink.
Oh, yeah, I've been watching a lot of Katowice. Yeah. And I mean, GAM's doing me a favour. They should wrap up just about in time so I can watch the first game. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Very excited. Very excited for IEM. It's been good.
It's been a really good tournament. It's so stacked. I don't want to like deviate too far down that road because I'm sure people won't appreciate us talking about another esport, but stacked tournament.
Yeah. Lots of fun, that one.
Blazers is just standing in the middle of an enemy minion wave with 4 people in range of him, just throwing auto attacks, saying, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Kind of what you can do when you're Caitlyn when you're that far ahead.
Sure.
You just get to sit there and they can't touch you. Your range is too much. And that said, Caitlyn's actually only on the one item. She's only got the Storm Razor. But, you know, if you've got the Storm Razor, you've got this 90% slow. You do a lot with that.
This Caitlyn is very, very scary. And that says a lot when it's not even the most scary person on the team. Husmed takes a lot of damage. He's just going to try and go for the turn play. And it's going to work out here. Can't get the dunk, though. It wasn't up.
Oh, come on, guys. Come on, you could have done that. You could have made it. You could have done it, Meliodas. I believe in you.
I don't think he could have. The Cataclysm wasn't up, so... There's the knock-up. The E comes out a little bit too early, but this is still so much damage. Can Levi get the fadeaway E? He can, but... Slivers of health. It's a game of millimeters.
But they're still able to... But at this point, killing them doesn't even matter. It's just forcing them back to the fountain, and you get the damage onto the...
What do you mean killing doesn't matter? It's their stats. Think they care about structures? I know what you're saying. Like, you are right.
Man, I'm trying to bring analysis to this.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'll take a sip of my water.
You don't need... I mean, the last point of health is the only point that's equivalent to the 300 gold.
Yeah.
But all the rest still gets you the pressure onto the... oh, never mind.
Levi charging in. He's in dragon form. Blazers flashes away. Can they try and find a turn here? I don't think so. This is looking pretty good for DBL. High in a lot of trouble on the backside. But Levi should be going down here. Vladimir ult will time out. He's chasing onto Blazers. And we've got a split fight here for sure, but we're going to be following this side of it. Blazers tries to go. Dia1's got a double kill somewhere in the ether. We'll have to get a replay, and that's another shutdown here for Husmed. 2 for 3 in the favor of DBL.
And that's the way back in. Having Husmed pop off on the Vladimir. They cannot kill him. With Dia1 split, the healing reduction is gone.
Oh, Kiai is looking for Husmed here. Getting some chonks. Meliodas waiting in the wings. Might have to actually choose to do something or at least get the hell out of dodge as Husband now getting smacked down by the Thunder Ram. And Paulette says, another kill for me.
I take it all back. On this. Just 1v1's the Vlad. And it only gets worse next patch.
It's okay, Vinnie. It's okay. It's okay.
It was looking good.
This fight went well. I want to see the other side of this fight because we basically had 2 fights going on here. So Blazers and Levi managed to run away. Dia1 goes into the backline here, does a lot of damage onto High, does finish him off there, and now it's the chase onto Null. We have to see how this went down. Was it just a culling into some autos? It looks like that might be exactly what it was. The flash, the kill. And if we look in the picture, Baron is being started. Big Coro takes so much damage. That tick of damage did a disgusting amount. There is the secure on the Baron. The double smite came in, and Levi with the boost takes down Big Coro. This is looking bad. That's a double kill without even getting near them from downtown Colorado. It's Shyvana blowing up nerds and winning GAM another game. Though I don't think they'll actually win it here. Might have jumped the gun. But still very, very far ahead. Baron buff acquired.
Feels bad for High. He almost made the but that's just going to waste some extra time and give the inhib over. And with Baron, they could take another tower, but
potentially, but they don't. There's no need to risk it.
They're not going to risk the Vladimir. They're just going to back off. Maybe set up for Dragon, get the soul, get the final bit of stack. Maybe Noel's about to eat a Shyvana to the face.
Also,
That's exactly
Noel is going to go down here. Yep, Levi. And we actually have a bit of a special treat. Never mind. I need to sort something out. Go ahead. Keep talking. I'll figure it out.
Okay. Well.
Oh, we have a pause.
Oh, okay.
Which actually means we can set up something we're going to do. I'm going to hang up on you right now, Vinny. We'll be right back. We've got a special treat coming. Don't worry. We do have our other caster coming in. Yulwei, if he answers the call. Need to answer the call, Yulwei. Come on. It is a pause, so we've got time to do this. You've just got me at the moment. How are we? How are we, chat? This has been a series, to say the least. Are you there, my friend? Hello.
Yeah.
Can you add? Can you add Vinny? Because I'm actually not friends with him on Discord, apparently.
Oh. Yeah, hope so.
We are going to switch to the TriCast just for the end of this game, end of this series. What a night it's been. How'd your exam go? Oh, there we go. We're switching to another call. Apologies. On the fly production.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Hello.
G'day, boys. How much of this game have you caught, Yulwei?
Absolutely nothing.
Did you see the highlight of last game?
Sadly not. I had no internet on my way, so I had to suffer through the dark.
The 20 stack Magi Sejuani.
Well, as we can.
There's an AP Shyvana again, 20 stacks.
Yep.
Okay, we're in a GAM game. I understand.
And of course, to explain, obviously this is a bit of a loose cast here. This game is very much over. GAM dominating. So we've got Yulwei, who is normally the co-caster of this stream when we don't do the Aussie takeover. He's managed to get here. His commitments ended just in time for the end of this game. It's good to have you, man. I missed you as much as I love Vinny. I wish I could have both of you every week. But
well,
GAM.
I thought I would be able to catch the second series completely, but it seems like today was a very quick day. So
yeah,
it was.
Genuinely, the first series was a good series. You should go back and watch that. And if you like memes, you should come back and watch this one.
I mean,
we might end before 1 a.m.
That would be incredible. As they are pushing in onto the inhib here.
Oh, the engage.
Oh, yeah, absolutely the engage. There's the Vladimir ult. Blaze is in a lot of trouble here. He's trapped between about 4 different ults. Kiaya diving into the back line on the Ornn, doing so much, and it's just all melting away. DBL dying, falling over. Their corpses litter the base, and this should be the end of DBL in this match. The incredibly fast night. We had Yulwei for about a minute and a half.
Yes.
Thanks for coming, as that is the 2-0 for GAM. What is this team?
Poor Blazers, man. It has to suffer playing ADC for... you have to suffer playing ADC for GAM. Everyone is having fun, and you get the full focus of the enemy team because they want to at least kill someone, and no one is picking for you, so... Poor Blazers.
Oh, no. Poor Blazers, completely blasted out of the water.
It's still Kiaya, interesting. So Zeros...
Yeah, supposedly... Supposedly the reason is your roster opens up at this point, and then once it closes again, you can play them.
First round is over now.
Yeah, so he can come in, I think, like next week, I think was what someone in chat was saying. But that is GAM taking the win. Now, Vinny, because, of course, Yulwei, you went here, we do have to decide on an MVP.
Do we give it to the 20 stack AP Shyvana?
I mean, he did a lot of damage. It's him or Dia1?
I actually don't think Dia1 did all that much.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it came out of either Levi or Kiaya.
I think it's Levi, personally.
Give him it for the 20 stack Shyvana. The 20 stacks Sejuani.
He wrote 2 bestsellers.
Stack Sejuani. That is something I want to go back and watch.
Do me a favor, when you go back and watch that game, just watch it on mute because I'd like our casting partnership to continue, and I lost it. I went to another planet.
It sounds fun though.
It was very fun.
It was just like at the end of the game, it's like, hang on. Why is there a Magi
I said
20 stacks.
Me and Vinnie had the exchange of me saying that is a 20 stack Shyvana. Sejuani. Yes, Sejuani about 4 times.
Nice.
But my, just to give us a bit of a serious outro here, as we've lost it, we'll probably, what is there to say? This was a very well played series by GAM, putting themselves firmly back in place, though I don't actually think they are on the leaderboard, but definitely in terms of what you can see on the server. Kings of Vietnam, absolutely dominating.
With Flash losing.
Oh, true. Yeah. You're right. They are top of the leaderboard now, which is very, very strong because, of course, Flash did lose. So they're back on top.
6-1.
Kings of Vietnam. And looking absolutely ridiculous. To give us a bit of an outro, to get us out of here, thank you for tuning in. If you look below the stream, there's a bunch of ways you can join the community. Come have a chat with us, laugh along to everything that's going on. We'd always love to have you there. There's a few ways you can support us as well, which we'd really appreciate. I've been Everyday. With me for most of tonight has just been Vinnie, and coming in for 3 minutes at the end has been my boy Yulwei. We love having you here. Please, we do hope we see you in the continued broadcast of the VCS, including tomorrow. See you guys. Have a good night.
Thank you, Vinnie, for taking over for me.
Of course.
All right.
See you guys.